Hi, today on Catherine Learns Stuff, I'm going to walk you through how to make a headrest for a simple umbrella stroller. So let's jump in. Weeks ago we were going on a trip and I needed a stroller for my youngest so that when we were traveling through the airports at night I'd have somewhere for them to sleep. I bought a simple umbrella stroller and I was just going to add a headrest. So the first thing that I needed to do with this stroller, I needed to measure the distance between the two handlebars to see how long of a piece of fabric I needed. In my case, the handlebars were about 13 inches apart, and each handlebar had a circumference of about 2 inches. I also wanted the fabric to have a little bit of slack in it so that when my child was sleeping, their head could be cradled in the headrest. With that, it turns out that I needed about 22 inches of length for my fabric to wrap around the stroller and to allow me to sew it together and have some space for my child's head to be cradled. The next dimension that I needed to measure was the distance from the plastic portion of the handlebars to the top of the fabric of the stroller. In my case here, I had just over 6 inches of space, so I was shooting for 8 inches of fabric. That would give me enough space to have a seam on both sides of the top and the bottom so that there would be no fraying of the fabric. For this project, I'm actually using an old blackout curtain that I've got surplus fabric from. I like this material because it's very thick, so it'll support a head pretty well, but it also has a little bit of give. The first bit of sewing that I needed to do was I needed to add a seam on the top and bottom portions of the headrest. Since this is leftover fabric from a curtain, I already had a seam on the bottom, so I just needed to add one on the top. Once I had the seam sewn, I put the fabric over onto my stroller around the handlebars and I pinned it into place. I wanted to make sure that each loop around the handlebars had enough space so that the headrest could be put on and off if needed to, so that I could wash it if I wanted to, or just remove it altogether if I wasn't using it. Pinning this into place, I left one side tight and one side loose. That way it allowed me to make sure that the headrest wouldn't fall off during transit, but also allow it for an easy on and off. Once I was happy with the location of the pin marks, I took it off and sewed the loops closed so that I could have the headrest functional. Once all of my seams and loops had been sewn shut, I put it onto my stroller and it was ready for action. And that's it. There you have your DIY stroller headrest. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.